Today we're going to do a show about a famous expression, what it was is what it is, on July 20th, 2026. Magick means unexplainable, but here we make magic explainable in the maps to magic written and voiced in the words. All past events and effects aggregate perfectly to now per the natural order, environment, rules, and operating system of the Earth universe.
Well, I guess it's not so bad being contained in the Earth universe. I mean, after all, we're contained in our skin. At least it seems that way. So what it was is what it is means there was something different before, and it is what it is now. And the reason, because it all builds up, steps, like processions, like one step after the other. Even if you don't want to be in a procession, if you're breathing, every breath is a procession. Anyway, I appreciate that explanation about, well, actually, we're going to do it now. What it was is what it is, in the shortest sense, is the acronym, which in English means accurate name. So what it was is what it is WWWI. WWWI. See, it sounds different depending on how you say it. But the W is a triune, if you never noticed. And the I is a vertical line. So WWWI is the triune energetic forces of each of the three planes of existence in a family-made individual, because everyone's born to a mother and a father. The energetic plane is feminine first, the mental plane last, and they're the two facing check marks in the symbol W. There are two check marks facing each other and touching. The physical plane, the third plane, the central plane, is recognized at the perfect union in the W, where the two check marks meet at the absolute center of their meeting, the neutral multiplier, the child.
The I is a vertical line of virtue and is shared with the child and God, the unique manifestation of a woman or a man. Simple is known in the symbols and sounds. You have S-I, am, like I am, and pull. So that's sim, S-I-M, and pull. Simple is eternal and leads you to progression. Complex is come, pull, X. Is also eternal, but eternal temporariness of endless deaths and rebirths as chattel for the state.
Ew, moo, yuck.
The simple solutions come from living witnesses. The complexities come from the dead things and corporate gods of power. The choice is yours.
How can something so obvious be so oblivious to the average mind? Well, it starts in the speech and the language and the way it's manipulated. So our speech and language carries lies and truth side by side, but if nobody ever told you that, you wouldn't know. For example, the root T-I-O-N. It's at the end of a zillion words, like contention. But the funny thing about the way we voice it is we voice T-I-O-N as shun. That's right. T plus ion is spoken as shun. Same for S-I-O-N, as in extension. The sound of G-I-O-N, like in religion, is the sound of jinn, which is a demon spirit. But somehow no one hears what they don't notice or doesn't notice what they don't hear. But you do hear it. So instead we pin a funny name on it and we say it went to my subconscious, so I didn't notice. But even the word notice is two words. It says not ice. Now they all say it's coming from some dude that's two sexes in one body named Baphomet with a goat head. I know, it's funny, isn't it? But Baphomet is an easy code. It's Baphomet.
This next section is How to get real, from egg to aggregation, and that is EA. The aggregate bases to RGT, which equals 779, a natural order reveal code to the Mortal Kombat continuum, as the 7 is removed for duplication, leaving the 9, abandoned to recreate new life forms in perpetuity, the obscured feminine force. Yet the truth is laying in plain sight. The symbol for 0 and the letter Q are not shaped like the O, but in place are squeezed like an ovum, an egg. Ovum is related to the Greek word un, making the transfer to now times as U plus N, un, meaning the source and the urn of the child of God.
Now, this was transformed in meaning since the I-600s, or as most of your books say, 1600s. And the egg, ovum, un was transformed to meaning the female reproductive cell, or what came out of the ovary. And they renamed it the gamete. The ovum is indeed the gamete of mortal life. Ovum or egg is also from Old Norse, from the Nordics, egg, EGG, Old English, AEG, egg, and from the Paiute o-yo and o-yo, meaning egg. There's a Latin phrase, ab ovo, meaning from the beginning, Latin literally from the egg. The proper plural is ova. Ova is ova, and it bases in reduction to V. V is the symbol of the alter ego of the egg, the feminine anima.
Any egg that becomes viable from a seed begins a replay of material creation into a unique manifestation, i.e., it will aggregate every moment of its life into a sequence of nows in a continuum, from first breath of air inward to last breath outward, a procession of events with a purpose. A change in your potentials begins today by offering yourself the potential. Any change made today will manifest tomorrow. Whatever was becomes what is, moment by moment, of continuous nows.
What is strife? Well, it's contention. And what is conflict? It's a mental construction. Eris, E-R-I-S, is a famous primordial goddess from Greek times, the goddess of strife. Strife equals contention, the forces that cause material form based on the embedded axis of all life forms. Just like a spinning record with no spindle, it flies off the table. Eris, inverted, is sire. A woman or man has 100% self-determination power from their birth. It's the power of essence contained in their heart, known in Greek times as Christos or Aristos, meaning anointed or elected by creation. A woman or a man does not require faith. They require guidance. The word guidance is an acronym for God's Dance, or GD as another acronym.
Faith is based on idols and icons and worship of powers outside of you. Faith is a sly trick used by hierarchies to rule over mentalities and emotions. Faith allows the woman or man to exist as unaccountable for their actions, as their Savior died for their bad behavior. Faith is 100% fiat, which means by decree of some guy. Self-authority is born to you. Then you accommodate being the victim as you adapt to the world. Faith is deployed into the mentalities of humans to acquire their loyalty and dependency.
Gee willikers, how do all these cycles of spinning in place happen? And where, are we spinning in place on the ground, or are we imagining that we're stuck to the ground? This is so crazy. This section's called Patterns and Cycles. You know, everything is a blend of the three planes of existence: the emotional, the physical, and the mental. They create patterns, and patterns that engage with each other, and they build new realities and new nows every moment. The history of the word pattern ties it to an outline, a blueprint, a model, an original proposed for imitation and reflection, from Old French patron, meaning protector, model, or pattern.
Patterns are observable in cycles. The word cycle in I-390s AD is sickle.
Or kickle.
Kickle?
It could have been either one.
Yeah, CICLE. Perpetual circulating period of time on the completion of which certain phenomena return in the same order.
So you see, even at the time of Christianity forming, the intelligentsia understood that patterns and cycles are not just a repeating, but a returning, because they saw the completion of the return to the same order.
Cycle comes directly from late Latin cyclus, from Greek kyklos, which is circle, wheel, any circular body.
Or a circuit.
Circuit. Or a circular motion, or a cycle of events. Cycle is saying the truth in the sounds. You have psi plus call. Psychology is from Greek psychologia. It is composed of psyche, meaning soul, or breath, or life principle, and the suffix logia, denoting study, account, or a systematic discourse. The name Psyche means soul in Greek and was commonly referred to as such in Roman mythology as well, though direct translation is anima, the Latin word for soul. The suffix logia from logos, which is word and reason or principle, establishes psychology as the structured discourse about the soul.
Until the AMA adopted psychology as their red-haired stepchild in the 1960s. But the truth about the psyche and the soul and the human condition is that we are energetic, physical, and mental beings, and we're immersed with the ether, or the energetic force of nature in the air itself. Everything is happening now. All past events organize and aggregate to equilibrium in the now, per the observable patterns of nature and its natural order. It's an observable reality. Man cannot escape the natural order energetics he is made from and immersed with, but through his mental plane, he can alter values, beliefs, and realities. The cycles and the psychological cults maintain the notion of dense form and perishing. It's a psyop, or a psychological operation, into the human mental plane.
This next section is about the kingdom in 3 parts: the kin, the domain, and the G in the middle. The G equals 7. 7 means sever, N, or save the N. N-E-N is the phonetic saying of the letter N and the axis of creation inside every human child. Kin equals feminine, the blueprint, the family, the home. Dom is D''O''M, and that equals masculine and of one and many. The Ga, the G, is the God and the child, the central figure and the star of the show, life universe. In the digit scale 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, at the end is 8, 9. Where 6 meets 9, 6, 9 bases to SX, and 8, 1, which is 8. The S in Latin, ESSE, is X.
S plus X.
S plus X. Means manifested being moving toward the target, while repeating cycles to find the return path.
And boy, do we take many twists and turns on the way. The word guilt is attached to debt and shame, especially when your debt is not paid and you run away from your obligation. When messes are cleaned and obligations are completed, then there's no guilt or shame. There's only happiness. The feminine has observably been obscured for the last 1,000 years. However, each of us is the boss of ourselves and outcomes, regardless of what you have heard or currently believe.
Now let's take a deep dive into the word demon, and it can be seen as deem plus man. D-E-E-M comes from the Old English word de man, meaning to judge or to consider. Its origins are linked to the Proto-Germanic domiana, which also relates to the concept of judgment and opinion.
Whoa!
Ah. The word demon is close to demon. Also, Old High German Taumen, tumen, tuomen, and Gothic domyan, which means to deem, to judge.
This is telling us that the demon is the one who judges. So the demon is the man that judges.
Deems.
Little did we know how easy it was to figure out demon. You're saying deem, which means to judge. Then you're saying either mon for mine, I own it, or man, mankind.
Oh, yeah.
So our demons are created by our judgments. Isn't that something?
That is something.
Let's learn more about it.
Because it's something. The word demon stems from the Latin daemon, meaning spirit, from Greek. Again, daemons, deity or divine power, lesser god, guiding spirit, tutelary deity. Or consider the parts of demon. You have de, de, plus mon, mon, meaning of or dismiss mind.
It's a cartoon.
The cartoon is related to tune, T-O-O-N, and tune, and odes and songs or frequency arrangements. Tune is related to retune or routine, as sometimes our routine needs a retune. Car is a root relating to the cardiac or the heart. Cartoons are the actions of creating heart frequencies or frequencies directed at the heart or emotions. Now let's look at the 4 forces. The 4 forces inside you that make you ethereal, physical, mental, self are feminine, masculine, and child neutral. And the reason, the force, intelligent power, and maintainer of nature and all things. Reason stems from I-100 AD resound, the intellectual faculty that adopts actions to ends. In the meaning grounds for action, motive, cause of an event. That's from I-200s AD. The phonetics and muscles active in the face and sound make the word reason 2 parts. Ray plus sun, and the sun provides the reason for the sun, man, or the sun in the sky, the heart. In base reduction, reason is RSN or 7/8.
And 78 is the long playing record. If you split the word reason into a triune, you have the R, which is the manifestation of the P, or the still point of perfection, as the foundation. And then at the capstone, you have the SN pairing, the S into the N. And in the central figure position, you have the EA, the plasmic reality that we live in, that all forms are formed from. This shows the triunal format of humans and the universe. More on the kingdom. Kingdom with G in the middle.
And a chat partner said, do humans require faith? Where does the aspect of faith go in all this?
A woman or man does not require faith. They require guidance. Faith is based on idols and icons. Faith is fiat.
And the response was with a question, so they use faith to attract good luck?
Good luck is a separate discussion. Faith is going into the mentalities of humans by being deployed for the purpose of acquiring their dependency. The self-authority was born to you, and you accommodated as you grew to be a victim.
There's a popular chat app called Discord where people come to debate. And let's look at the word discord. Discord means heartbroken, as follows in I-200s AD, discorde, unfriendly feeling, ill will, also dissension, strife, from Old French discorde, from the I-100s AD, meaning disagreement, from Latin discordia, from discourse, genitive discordis. You have disagreeing and disagreement from dis, meaning apart, and cor, meaning the heart, and from the Pi root curd, meaning heart. The D at the end means Tao, or natural order. When you remove the duplicate consonants in discord, you are left with is core. This next section is called What is Good Luck? Luck, synchronicity, coincidence are part of the processions of natural order. All three, luck, synchronicity, and coincidence, are all preceded by the choices and actions that you made as they blend into the etheric creative air we all share.
Now, the circumstances we're in lead to the coincidences we experience, and those coincidences and circumstances are preceded by the choices we made, which is preceded by our will, because we each have a unique domain over our mentality, the values we set, and the choices we make. The will is the center point of your emotions. It's your essence point. Your brain makes rationales and sets values according to where you are and who you listen to. The main ingredient you are subtly taught to overlook is that you are the mediator here and the absolute center position.
You are untaught that to lead you into dependency and loyalty to the providers of remedies, the same ones who suckered you into the con game in the first place. Ha is your out-breath and last breath to signify you are perishing, but from the eternal source of 8. Anything man creates is perfectly blended to natural order, makes no difference if he sees it except to delay man's progression. Fun, nay. Both fun and funny are maps to what they truly mean. The cause of being stunned into allergic reaction of not asking for the map is a combination of a con game that set your perspectives into herd mentality, glued to isolation and narcissism.
Now, anytime a problem is identified, then the path to the solution is also identified. The cure is very simple, but the allergy is what prevents the inclination to it. Fight the con men that stole your true nature from your mental plane. By the way, they are completely powerless without your sanctioning and glorification. Even your non-protest is accepted as permission to proceed.